how do you feel about that relationship between knowing the language and how close you are with the culture?
Yeah, I think it's so valuable. I sometimes feel a lot of just sort of like heartbreak when I see other, especially other Korean Americans who really don't know the language, because I feel like you're missing out on so much. Um, right. With language, there are just like so many nuances, and like um seeing like English translations for Korean, sometimes I'm like, I really don't think that this is what this means. But it's like, it's like there are words or phrases that you just kind of can't
Right.
translate, right? So like when I see people who don't really know Korean, I'm like, you're missing out on so much. There's like, obviously just like certain words that you can't convey in English, but also like one of the biggest things for me is like you're kind of missing out on like the fun stuff too, like the humor, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, and then I think for me specifically, like, just being able to communicate with like my grandparents and my aunts and uncles and cousins, like, I think the reason why I feel closer to them and I feel like even though there is like so much physical distance between us, I still feel a closeness to them is because I can speak the language. Like, we can call each other and I don't have to like have my parents translate for us or anything like that. I can literally just converse with my grandpa. Just the two of us. So yeah, I think yeah, it's so valuable, in communicating with your family, but also just like being able to immerse yourself in the culture more. Say you do want to like learn more, then you have the ability to like read books or watch movies and documentaries and TV shows. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Language definitely like ties people together. Like there's this particular YouTuber I watch. He goes by like Xiaoma NYC. He speaks Chinese. So
Mm.
like a white guy that speaks
Like
Chinese.
Jewish or something.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
yes.
wait,
Yes.
yes, I think I know who
He
you're
has like
talking
5 million
about.
He has a
subscribers.
bunch of followers.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And he just goes on the streets of New York and like pretends like he doesn't know how to speak Chinese and then will just bust out in like fluent Chinese. And
Yeah.
it's amazing when you like the reactions when he starts talking to people and they like are like, oh, he knows our language. Like you can just tell they're like this instant tie. So like definitely like watching
Right.
his videos, it seemed like yeah, being able to connect with somebody in their native tongue is so powerful.
Yeah. And like what you said too about a lot of the translations not being completely correct. Like I remember when
Hmm.
Squid Game came out, I didn't see it because
Oh, yeah.
I'm too scared, but I
It is
remember when,
violent. Yeah.
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 But when Squid Game came out, I remember seeing all these things of people being like, the translations are all wrong. Like you're not
Yeah.
people who watch it with the English subtitles like aren't getting the proper like meaning. And so yeah, I feel like there was even like a big viral video I think some lady made about how like
Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, like specific examples of how it was wrong. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's so true. Language is so important. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's one of the hardest things about translations is that you essentially miss out on like cultural context,
Mm.
Right.
Hmm.
right? It's like there are certain things that just don't translate at all, to other cultures. And that's the hardest part. But it's like, I mean, with modern day technology, like, we have the ability to like translate and whatnot. And I think that's just kind of like a natural limitation that like you can't overcome unless you like actively really try and understand that culture or like are from that culture.